science and knowledge for man, and it's a manual, and he has an ashram here, and this is our spiritual master, His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami. Mr. Ross does not speak English, so...
Oh yeah, I understand a little, but I cannot speak easily. But I was 3 months in India.
It is a technical subject, translation. Our Bhagavad Gita, there is yoga practice also. So we approve this yoga practice. There is no doubt. And in the Vedic literature, it is said, Dhyana avasthita jadgatena manasa pasyanti yam yogina. The yogis, they also seize the absolute truth by meditation within the mind. So this process is approved process. And there are divisions, Sagarbha yogi, Nigarbha yogi. So, what is your special subject matter in yogi?
I try to make a yoga who is understanding from Occident. I saw that Occidental people is more intellectual and they don't understand very easily the karma yoga. There are dynamics and they don't understand that we must work without goal, without intention, without personal intention. And I try to show through the practice of Hatha Yoga, but posture and pranayama and concentration, I try to...
Beginning from abdomen?
The kind of meditation I learned in India with Swami Satyananda. It's a few different techniques. One is Ajapajap.
Manipura. Then the intestines, they come to the heart, and then ultimately to the Brahmarandhra. This practice?
Yes, is a practice of Kundalini Yoga, but very temperate. Moderate. It's not a Kundalini Yoga with strong pranayama. It's more a question of conscious of awareness of the breathing and for example
awareness
of breathing. For example, breathing we start in
prana. This is prana.
And you must have the conscious of your breathing from Muladhara to Ajna and Ajna through the vertebral column to Muladhara. This is one example, and it's in general technique of concentration. For example,
that I have already said. Dhyana avasthita. Dhyana means meditation.
Yes.
And situated, avasthita. Dhyana avasthita tadgatena manasa by mind, pasyanti jan yogin. So these processes are approved. But they are more or less on the bodily concept of life.
Is according to
As the karmis, they are in the bodily concept of life, they are working day and night, trying to improve the material condition of life, not only in this life, but also in the next life. They are performing different ritualistic ceremonies for being promoted to the heavenly planet, like that.
yes,
So they are all karmis, either in this world or in the next world. They are called karmis. So karmi means they want comfort of this body. And the yogis, they are also on the concept of this body. They are identifying this body as designated Brahma, Upadhi Brahma, Brahma with designation. But their central point is this body. This bodily concept of life, so long it continues in the form of karma yogi or dhyana yogi, it can give him relief from the cycle of birth and death and merge into the Brahma effulgence. Brahma Sajujya Mukti, this is called technically. The Jnani is also. But that is not final. There is still farther. Even there is Brahma Sarupa Mukti, Brahma Salokya Mukti, Brahma Shasti Mukti. So generally the yogis and the jnanis, they aim at Brahma Sajujya Mukti, to merge into the Brahma effulgence. But that is not final. Final is Bhakti Yogam. After advancing, if the yogi gets the chance of associating with pure devotee and he engages himself in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, that is final purpose.
I think so.
Yeah.
That this the ultimate is very it's very far for an European people. I think it's like in the yoga of Patanjali. It's eight path.
Ashtanga Yoga.
Yes, Ashtanga Yoga. The last part of the evolution. And I think first we must, through the body, find the balance. With the balance of our body, we can go after to the balance of our ego or psychism, and after this, perhaps we are able to sacrifice all to the Lord.
Sacrifice for whom?
Yes, without intention.
The Lord, he said.
Without personal intention.
I speak.
I'm sorry.
A sacrifice, intention means personal intention. Otherwise, intention to satisfy the Lord, that is required. That is bhakti.
And
We are not intentionless, but purified intention.
and what is your practice technically? I
Yeah.
think.
Technically, he begins with hearing. Srila, to hear about God. Just like Bhagavad Gita, we hear from God personally.
Mhm. But through lecture, through sound,
Yes, through sound vibration.
and repeat and
Saddhatanavritti in the Vedanta Sutra there is. By hearing the sound, one becomes immortal. So,
it's like japa yoga, for example.
that is later on. For beginning, you have simply to give submissive oral reception. That is the first beginning. Sthane sthita sutivatan sunuman vanoti. Our process is jnani prayasam udapas. I know something, or I can know the Supreme by my knowledge. I am something, I am very important. Our process is to forget this first of all. This is called humbleness, submission. Generally, the Jnanis, Yogis, they are thinking that they can do something by their own endeavor. Our process is different. That I am limited. My endeavor is limited. My knowledge is limited. So I cannot realize the unlimited by these limited resources. This is our first submission. Jnani prayasam udapasi. That I am limited. I am not unlimited. That's a fact. So how can I know the unlimited? By my limited activities. This is our first submission. Just like in the Vedic literature, it is stated the Mahavishnu, the plenary expansion of Govinda, from his breathing, innumerable universes are coming and going. Jasaika nisyasita karama thavalamba jivanti loma vilaja jagadannana tha. So we cannot conceive even of this universe. And innumerable universes are coming and going during the breathing period of Mahavishnu. And that Mahavishnu is the plenary expansion of Govinda. So this is the position of Govinda. So, therefore, our process is not to try by our limited endeavor to understand the unlimited. This is our first problem. Better be submissive and hear from the Lord or from the representative of the Lord about Him. Jnani prayasam udapasa namanta eva. Called Jnani prayasam udapasa namanta eva. Sarmukharitanga bhavadiya vata sthane sthita sutivatan tanuman manovi ji prayasa jita jitapasi sthai sthilakka. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's first admission. In this way, one can you find out this verse. Jnani prayasam udapasa.
Jnana prayasam yogapasam.
Not in Bhagavad Gita. It
In Bhagavatam?
is some of the Bhagavatam. But
Oh, that's Jnana prayasam.
Chaitanya.
That's 10th canto, chapter 14,
Yeah.
verse
But
14.
you can find out in Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Yes.
In the Krishna book, we find out when Brahma is offering prayers to Krishna, Brahma is offered, I think, first part.
This is in English.
Yeah.
What would it be?
Be about the 14th paragraph.
Where's the English?
About the 14th paragraph.
Oh.
Mahavishnu dispatch.
No, not well.
We don't even know this universe.
Huh?
That we don't know this universe, so there are so many innumerable universes.
14th paragraph, what is it?
Oh.
Jnani prayasam.
Fourteenth is Lord Brahma admitted that his birth was from the lotus flower which blossomed from the navel of Narayana.
Here it says 10.14.3, the third paragraph is Jnani prayasam udapashyanamanta jivanti sanmukaritam bhavadiyar vartam stane stitak shrutigatam tanuvanamanophir jay prayaso jitak jito piyasau Thais Trilokyam.
Jitopi, jitapasi, staisya. Well, we have explained in English. What is it? Madhulila?
This is Madhya Lila, 8th chapter.
We have got?
Not here. It's in Bombay.
No,
Third paragraph.
8th chapter we have translated.
Yes.
The
The
right.
manuscript is there in Bombay.
No. We have published this book up to 11th chapter.
Not published yet, no.
What is this Chaitanya Charitamrita?
That is Adi Lila. Adi
Adi.
Lila,
Oh.
not Madhya Lila.
Oh, not Madhu.
No. Third paragraph, there should be
The third paragraph of the chapter?
14. Yeah, let me see, I can read it. So, it says that the best process of understanding you is to submissively give up the speculative process and try to hear about you
either from yourself, as you have given statements in the Bhagavad Gita and many other similar Vedic literatures, or from a realized devotee who has taken shelter at your lotus feet. One has to hear from a devotee without speculation. One does not even need to change his worldly position. Simply he has to hear your message. Although you are not understandable by the material senses, simply by hearing about you, one can gradually conquer the nescience of misunderstanding. By your grace only, you become revealed to the devotee. You are inconquerable by any other means. Speculative knowledge without any trace of devotional service is simply useless waste of time in search for you. Devotional service is so important that even a little attempt can raise one to the highest perfectional platform. One should not, therefore, neglect this auspicious process of devotional service and take to the speculative method. By the speculative method, one may gain partial knowledge of your cosmic manifestation, but it is not possible to understand you, the origin of everything. The attempt of persons who are interested only in speculative knowledge is simply wasted labor, like the labor of a person who attempts to gain something by beating the empty husk of rice paddy. A little quantity of paddy can be husked by the grinding wheel, and one can gain some grains of rice, but if the skin, the paddy, is already beaten by the grinding wheel, there is no further gain in beating the husk. It is simply useless labor.
So, bhakti is good. Does not very much appreciate speculative method. They surrender and they try to get knowledge directly from the Supreme Lord, as Bhagavad Gita is being spoken by the Supreme Lord, or statements of the pure, highly elevated devotees, just like Brahma is speaking this way. Hearing. The main purpose is hearing. Hearing from the right source. That is especially in the Western world, instead of hearing from the right source, they want to speculate about the Absolute. We have got about 20 books like this, but they are not speculation. They are simply by hearing. I am writing what I have heard, not that I am speculating. Mostly the philosophers, the writers, they speculate, they write their own opinion. But our process is not that. We don't speculate. We present the statements of God and His devotees. There is the whole book. Anywhere you won't find, I think, in my opinion, perhaps it should be like this. No, we don't do that. As soon as there is perhaps, or maybe, that is not perfect knowledge. That is speculation. Just like in the Padma Purana, there is statement of different species of life. Jalajanavalakkhani, statement that there are 900,000 species of life in the water. It is not written like this. Perhaps it may be, no. Neither says 1 million or 800,000, no, 900,000 specifically. Yeah, how do they get this knowledge? Exactly saying, Jalajanavalakkani, Savaranakkam. Now, in another place, the magnitude of the soul is explained. Eshagra sadvagasya, in the Upanishad also, it is stated that 10,000 part of the top of the hair point is the magnitude of the soul. Our knowledge is accepted in that way, Vedic knowledge. Whatever is stated in the Vedas, that is taken as absolute truth and we accept it. And that is fact. If you go to the same point, by experimental truth, you will come to the same conclusion. So, we think that by experimental knowledge, why should we waste our time? Better take the truth which is already stated in the Vedic literature and build up your further premises on that basic principle. Just like that small fragment of spirit, 1/10,000 portion of the top of the hair is there within you, within me, and that is rotating through the air, pan upon pan, like that, the Vayu. And the yogic process is to capture it. But that is a fact, that the spirit soul is there within this body. It is a fact. So either you try to understand or capture it by the yogic process, or you know it, that there is this soul within the body. The result is the same. Therefore, you will find in the Bhagavad Gita, at the end of the 6th chapter, that the Bhakta Yogi is the topmost yogi. Yoginam api sarvesam madgata antaratmana sadhyavan bhajati yoma same yuktatam. Yogi, first class yogi, is he who is always thinking of Krishna. That's why I am talking and also thinking of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. As soon as I stop talking, immediately my Hare Krishna goes on. So remembrance is there. We don't forget Krishna. Thinking about Krishna. So naturally, Krishna Samadhi. If one continues this attitude, always to be absorbed in Krishna, and Krishna recommends, such person is the topmost yogi. Yoginam api sarvesam madgatam taram sadhyavan bhajati yomam same yuktatam. So it is confirmed by the greatest authority, and if we practice, this practice can be done in the association of devotees, and that is perfection of life. There are some conditions of self-control, no meat eating, no fish, no eggs, no illicit sex life, no intoxication, even smoking, drinking tea, and no gambling, and chanting Hare Krishna mantra and thinking of Krishna. That's all. Very easy. And everyone can perform it without undergoing the bodily exercises, which is sometimes difficult for a common man. So one can adopt this bhakti yoga process and become perfect. And this is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Jang jang and bhavi saran bhavam tajattanti kalevanam. If one becomes accustomed to this habit, and at the time of death he thinks of Krishna, then he dies. Jang jang bhapi smaran.
Jam jam vapi smaran bhavam tyajutyante kalevaram tam tam vivaiti konteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha.
Sada tad bhava bhavita. Yeah, this is very important.
Whatever state of being one remembers, when he quits this body, that state he will attain without fail.
So we are practicing this bhakti yoga and teaching others also.
And when people is not prepared, for example, to be vegetarian and to when his mind is not prepared to his life, what are you doing?
Well, that is.
How can you educate people to
We
come
are
vegetarian?
educating.
And
We are educating hundreds and thousands. If one
Yes, but,
exists, if
European
one,
people,
Huh?
Occidental people is not.
They are all Occidental.
Yes, you, but majority of people. Why do you?
Occidental means Eastern, Western.
Western.
Yes. They are all Western. They have taken to it. They have given up all such habits. In the beginning, they were coming to me with their girlfriends, boyfriends. I said, no, you cannot stay like that. So they agreed. I've got them married personally. They have got children. If you want to live as Grihastha, live. If you want to live as Vanaprastha or sannyas. So generally young men, young girls, I get them married. There is no harm. Married life, sex life, there is allowed in the Shastra. But not illicit sex. There is not allowed. If one remains sinful, he cannot make any progress of spiritual life. That is not problem. This is bogus, that you remain sinful and at the same time make spiritual progress. That is not possible. Otherwise, why there is distinction of sinful and pious life? It must be pious life. And the basic principle of pious life is this: avoid these four sinful life. Illicit sex, intoxication, gambling, and meat eating. That's sinful life. So one cannot make any progress in spiritual life who is habituated to act sinfully. That is not.
I am according, but how to understand? How to make
This is
understand?
plain
this?
understanding.
For
That's
the
why
other,
physician says that if you eat these things, then you will not be cured. A physician should straightly speak to the patient. You should not do this, then he will be cured. If he does not agree, then he will not be cured. It is like that. If you remain sinful, then you cannot make any spiritual progress. That is going on. All the Swamis, yogis, and don't mind, I've seen, they keep them in the sinful life and talk very, very big, big words. That will not help. Sinful life must be stopped. Then yoga practice will be successful. Yuktahara viharasya yoga bhavati siddhi. That is stated in the Bhagavad. If you are yogi, if you want siddhi, then you must eat and sleep and accept things. Yukta. Yukta means as it is required. Not more than that, not less than that. That is yukta. We don't say that you starve. No, we don't say. We give them eatables. We don't say there is no sex life. Sex life is there, but married, simply for begetting children. Otherwise, no sex life. Not for sense getting. If these things go on, in New York, there is a yogi, I do not wish to name it, but in the paper it was published that he was having sex with his disciple. Is it not?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, everyone knows. What is this? I mean, from moral point of view, a disciple is just like daughter. And this man was having sex life with his disciple. And he's a yogi, you see. Even though he has no moral sense, apart from spiritual knowledge. According to human social constitution, one should not have sex life with daughter, with mother and sister. And what is this? If one has sex life with daughter, and what is this? Moral life.
I was always interested by Buddhism Zen. I think it's a way, very very strong, with a technique with a little different as yoga. For example, one practical way is les arts martiaux, like Aikido, Judo and Kendo. I think the approach is very, very interesting, but very difficult to understand.
What is that?
It's to go through death. They start from the from this sentence that people is afraid for death, and is the first problem. How to transcend human life, how to transcend la mort.
And to transcend death.
Death, yes. How to transcend death. And technically they practice combat, le combat.
Combat. Fighting.
Fighting. Two persons are fighting, master and disciple, to
Would you like some
Water.
to make the problem
Little.
very, very clear, and they fight with arm. So is to see what people is able to do in front of the death. Master is coming with a sabre,
A sword.
and he make like he will kill the disciple. And disciple must learn to be calm in front of the death. It's so we can say it's a practice, a psychological practice to
No, why the master will kill the disciple?
no.
What is this
it's-
practice?
He don't kill, but he make like he will kill, but he don't kill. Of course not.
That is another.
But it's like a game, we can say, to learn little by little to be the master of our ego, and finally to go through the ego. And I think it's a way very interesting. But
That is automatically taught in Bhakti Yoga. Jasya prasadad bhagavat prasad. It is said, if you can keep your master pleased, then God will be pleased. Jasya prasadad bhagavat prasad. And if you make your master displeased, then you are nowhere. These are the teachings of Bhakti Yoga. But if the master is such a rascal that if he asks the disciple that you please me with sex life, then what kind of master is he? Sex life is so strong. In the school colleges, the teachers having sex life with the students. And yogic process, Ashtanga Yoga, first is samyam, jam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahara, samadhi, like that. This is against this principle of jam, niyam.
yes, and first is
I know
yama and niyama.
several yogis, so-called yogis in New they are having sex life with the female disciples. I know. I do not wish to name them, but I know them personally. So many. Here, in America, there are so many women, they have no husband, so naturally they want sex life with others. And there are many such persons take advantage. Take fees also. Take fees. You read the 6th chapter, yoga practice portion, how to sit, how to look, how to behave.
Yoga is not for people who is eating too much and sleeping too much. Not sleeping.
Says yogi unjita satatam manam rasasi stataha ekaki yatachitatma
The first condition is ekaki, alone. Now, where is that facility? Actually, yogis used to go to the forest, to the Himalaya, not in the city with so many people. Ekaki, this is what is used. Ekaki.
Ekaki.
Ekaki means alone. Eh? One, that ekaki.
Jatatachitatma nirashi aparigraha.
Nirasi means without any motive, an aparigraha, without accepting anything from anyone else. Aparigraha. Then?
It says Shuchao Deshe Pratistapya.
Shuchao Deshi. In a very sanctified place. Therefore Indian yogis, they go to Hardwar, Himalaya.
Sthiramasanam.
Asanam, they must be fixed up. The yogis will not leave that asana. Sthirasanam.
Nati Uchtritam. Nati
It is not very much raised, not very much lower. Then
Chailajina
Kushottaram. That kusha, straw, and the deer skin. Chailajina Kushottaram. Then
Tatraikagram Manak Kritva.
Ekagram. Meditation, concentrated. Manakritya.
Jata Chitindriya Kriyaha.
Jata Chaitanya Kriya.
Upavishasane Yunjad Yogam Atma Vishuddhaye.
Yeah. Upavishana, sitting on the asana, one should be purified. Then?
Shamam Kaya Shiro.
Yes, Samam Kaya Shira. The kaya of this body, and the neck, and the head in straight line. Then?
Dharayan Achalam Stiraha.
Achala, without any movement. Then?
Sampreksha Nasikagram Swam.
And half eyes open and seeing the point of the nose.
Shanavalokayam.
Not to look any other way, simply. These are the practice. Who is going to do that? Ekaki alone in a sanctified place, making that asana, doing like that, then what?
This is Prashantatma Vigatapir.
No fear. He is sitting alone in the Himalaya, not afraid of anything. Because of bhi. Then
Brahmachari Vrates.
brahmachari, this is very good. No sex life. Brahmachari brother. And they are taking fees and having sex with the disciples and they are doing it. This guy. Brahmachari brother.
Manak Samyamya Machchito.
Manasagnyama machitya. Always thinking of me. Vishnu Murti or Krishna Murti. Then
Yukta Asita Matparaha.
Jukta Ashita Matpara. Always thinking of me. Then
Yunjanevam Saratmanam Yogi Niyatamanasa.
in this way one who practices yoga,
Shantim Nirvana
then he
Pramam.
gets shanti.
Samstam Adhigachati.
Then he is promoted to the Brahma effulgence. That means he surpasses the material existence. Then
Natyashnatas to Yogasti.
not asnadasa. It is not that you should not eat absolutely, no. Eat very little. So,
Nachai Kantam Anashnataha.
not to eat more, not to eat less. Whatever will sustain you, you must eat.
Nachati Svapna Shilasya.
Neither deep sleep very deeply, nor sleep less. Then
Jagrato Naivacharjuna. Yuktahara Viharasya.
Yuktahara viharasya.
Yukta Chetasya Karmasu. Yukta Swapnavabodhasya. Yoga Bhavati Dukkha.
Dukkha.
Yada Vinayatam Chitam Atmani Evastita Avatistate Nishpurha Sarvakami Yuktiti Uchite Tada.
These are the actual jokes. They are all described in the yoga. That's all.